Hello, my name is Xander, and welcome to The Season of 12 Colors, a visual novel from Steam. For this recording session, I have a better microphone than what I was using before, so at least for this episode, you're going to have some good audio quality. So let me just get right into it. Seems as a tendency, this game seems to take a little longer to load in the main game. There we go. Let us begin at the prologue, because that makes sense to it as a starting point. It doesn't seem to like going. There we go. The way it was, just like it is now, on a bright, bright summer's day.
约好了。
The girl in the white dress asked. Sunny sky, a paper plane slid across it, riding on blue winds. For summer vacation, I had come to my uncle's house in the country. Life here was so much easier. With the high school entrance exams finished, it was like a huge burden had been lifted away all of a sudden. Holidays, long as a dream, free of homework. Couldn't get much more blissful. That's something I can agree with. I stretched out and laid down on the grass, putting myself in the most comfortable position possible. Then again, there was a downside. It wasn't exactly thrilling to be here. There's not much to do. No access to internet or computers, only a handful of channels available on the TV. Welcome to the countryside. And almost 5, 6, 7-year-olds in the neighborhood. How was I supposed to play with them? That was how I ended up rolling around on the grass. The soft grass and its scent rubbed against my cheeks and ears, feeling tickly and cool. Sigh. I didn't feel like getting up. Sunbeams streamed through the branches and my leaves. Everything was draped in sunshine. It suddenly didn't seem like a bad idea to sleep away the whole summer like this. Even the wind smelled fresh and nice. And then the sun was blocked. I was cast into shade. Oh, she's pretty. When I opened my eyes, I saw before me a wide-brimmed straw hat, a pair of big, big eyes, looking down at me with great interest. It was a young girl in a white dress.
你好，
你好，我叫艾莉，本新年中高兴。Ignore my Chinese.
又见面了呢。
Oh, there's the prologue done. It's been like 5 minutes? Well, it's better. At least it's got some voice acting, which is a nice change. Well, of the one other visual novel that I've done on the channel. And I like the music. The music's really quite free. I'm not quite sure how to describe it. we shall move on to chapter 1. Each chapter seems to take a little while to load. Ah, Straw Hat Girl again. The sun had been exceptionally bright that summer. It was just before the hottest hour of noon. I was relaxing under a tree, trying to enjoy the cool shade for a moment. That was how I met the girl. She looked quite pretty. Yet there was more to it. Maybe I had met her somewhere else before. And what was her name?
是茉莉呀。
Her name's Jasmine. That's good to know. Wide-brimmed straw hat, pure white dress, in the beautiful summertime sunshine, the girl smiled when she told me her name. Ah, now I could recall it. I did meet her last time when I came to my uncle's house. Her name was Jasmine. She was a girl living in the neighborhood, about the same age as me.
是的，终于想起来了呀。
Her voice was full of glee.
真的是好久没见了呢。
She wandered around in dance-like steps, turning a bit in circles. But there was still something. It seemed to me that she had hardly changed at all after all these years. Wait, did she even grow shorter? I made fun of her for this. That's not very nice.
才不会啦。
Jasmine pouted and stomped lightly.
人家有好好的长个子啊，真是的。
And then
因为
she
你是男
added,
孩子，所
Just
以
because
长得太高了啦。
I had to admit, I was a bit too tall for my own good. The year I entered junior high, I had reached 175 centimeters. Now I guess I was well over 180. Back then I was the one reaching for what everyone else couldn't. Wait, what was that? Something emerged in a flash and faded away.
那，一起来玩吧。
Jasmine skipped in front of me and looked up. Excuse me, how old were you? The way her eyes lit up with the words play made her look like a very, very young child. I was not really one to judge though. No, you're the one who suggested playing. But talking of together, was there anyone else here who could play with us? I asked her.
没有啦，
Aww,
一
that's kind of
直
sad.
都是我们两个人啊。
Those huge eyes flickered as she answered my question. So my memory tricked me. Yet, I still felt like there had been someone, a child, a little younger than both of us. Ooh, shaky squeak. What happened? Where am I now? Jasmine jumped with a start. She grabbed my hands hastily, and then, before I could protest, I was dragged into a bush. Hey, what's wrong? I almost shouted out loud. But Jasmine had put a finger against her lips, shaking her head, gesturing for me to keep quiet. What's going on? Clueless, I looked in the direction she was looking. There are no tigers or bears that happen to walk by, not even agricultural trackers. I was about to question whereabouts were, but this is a Chinese light novel, and in China they do have bears and tigers. That's pretty cool. In Britain we have foxes and badgers, and that's pretty much it at the moment. Though they did reintroduce wolves into Devon recently. Just a bunch of kids, 7, 8 years old. Chattering, they ran off. You feeling relieved, Jasmine? The kids went out of sight. The girl beside me let out a sigh in great relief. Yeah, she's relieved. Hey, don't tell me you had to hide from them. Just a bunch of kids.
是的。
Jasmine came back out on her hands and knees. She looked a bit embarrassed, placing her hand on her straw hat to keep it from falling. What do you mean, yes? Had she not been such a little girl, I would have flicked her on the forehead. Ethel the Husky in a situation like this would probably flick my nose. Shameless panel chub, Ethel the Husky. Not actually with me, but I am pointing in a vague direction from where Ethel is from me currently. But how come she got so scared by kids? So much younger than herself. I couldn't believe it.
对不起。
You don't need to say sorry. Jasmine had apologized timidly.
我不太习惯人多的地方。
I know how you feel. We have Floor Day and Tribute Day here. I'm okay with them, but they're not my favourite places to be. She stole glances at me. Her voice trailed off. Sigh. I put down my hand. How old were you again? And even for those kids, simply making friends with them would be fine. It would have been so easy. Jasmine kept silent while she listened to my preaching. Only after I finished, she spoke, almost in a whisper.
我的朋友啊。
Her head lifted.
就只有一个人而已。
She smiled softly, a faint blush colouring her cheeks.